Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we have kind of a special video. Shop Miss A reached out to me a few weeks ago and asked if I would like to do a video with them. They let me pick $50 worth of product off their website to try out, play with, and review for you guys. So that's what we're doing today, and I kind of tried to get like a full face of products. I tried. And Shop Miss A also asked if I would like to do a giveaway for you guys. So you can win a $35 gift card to shop on Miss A, buy whatever you want with it and have fun and just try out some new stuff. And trust me, $35 goes a long way on Shop Miss A because mostly everything's $1. There are some things that are a little more, but we'll talk about that later. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is follow my Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and follow Shop Miss A's Instagram. Everything will be linked down below, and the end date for this giveaway will be posted on the video right here and in the description box. So yeah, if you want to enter that giveaway, that's all you have to do. Before we fully jump in, I want to let you know some of these products are like special edition products that are the charity edition, whereas some of the proceeds go towards a specific cause. They have about four charity edition collections where they go to various causes and efforts. They have the Her charity edition. Part of the proceeds go to support women's promising futures. Within this collection looks like a lot of like skincare items, and they're rounded up to about $1.77. There's also the A+ collection, which proceeds go towards helping with education. And of course there is the Pawpaw collection, which I think most of us are familiar with, where the proceeds go towards helping animals in need. And then there's the Reuse collection, where the proceeds go towards helping with conservation. So let's get started talking about these brush sets that I got. I got two different sets. I picked up the Pawpaw All About Eyes brush set in black brush set. You can see I have used them and tested them out a few times. I've washed them multiple times now, really put them through the ringer and tested them out. And what I gotta say is they held up fantastically through a wash. You get some various brushes of different sizes, some fluffy brushes, some flat brushes, some really nice small pencil brushes, which I'm really excited about. I love little tiny pencil brushes. And yeah, it's just a great little set, and it is $10.55, and I think it performed really well. They come in a nice little brush cup with a lid so you can travel with them, and the quality of these is surprisingly good. Like, I was not expecting these to be as lovely as they are. They are so soft. They didn't fall apart when I washed them. They didn't shed. They held up really well, and they blend absolutely beautifully on the eye. And they're only $10.55. They're comparable, if not better, to just about any of the eye brushes that I've used in the drugstore. The other brush set I got is the Pawpaw Rose Gold brush set, and it is also $10.55, and it is kind of a well-rounded, all the brushes in one. You got face brushes, you got a highlight brush, you got a nice stippling brush or that you can use for foundation or cream blush. It performs really nicely. You got a really good paddle brush here that's kind of thick. It's one of the thickest ones that I've come across, and I really like it. It's really good for putting on a skincare mask. And you got some nice big blending brushes in here, some really good ones for concealer, a nice angled blush and contour brush, kind of bronzy brush. They're very versatile, and I think the rose gold is really pretty. It's kind of a soft, dusty, peachy rose gold on the handle, and they all feel like really good quality, by the way. And the little container is also really nice quality. You see, this one also comes with a travel container like this. Is really pretty, and they can travel in the little container just like this. And yeah, the same applies to this brush set as the other one. I think it is great for travel. I think it is also fantastic for beginners. You know, if you've got a young person in your life, I think these are fantastic, great starter brushes. But I have found myself reaching for them on a pretty regular basis while I'm doing my makeup here in my studio, just because they're in front of me and because they're nice quality. These have all been really nice, and like I said, I've washed them multiple times. They haven't shed, they haven't fell apart on me. They feel really substantial in your hand. They don't feel cheap. They definitely rival a lot of the drugstore brushes that you will find at Ulta, that is for sure. And you know, I think they're fantastic quality for the price. You kind of can't beat it. So yeah, definitely highly recommended for if you have like a young person in your life who's trying to build up their brush collection, or you just need some brushes and want to try out some various sizes and shapes. These are great little sets to go for. And again, so the proceeds do go to charity, and they're only $10.50 for the whole set and the travel case. So yeah, I was really just impressed with the brushes. I was not expecting them to perform as well as they did. Speaking of the brushes, I also got this little brush cleaning mat here. This little thing is fantastic. This is another one of the things I would highly recommend picking up from Shop Miss A. This is $1.55. This is also from the Pawpaw collection, and it's just one of those little cleansing mats that you can use with your brushes where you put the cleanser on the brush and swirl it around and clean it, and it's got the different nubbins and different textures. This thing works great. I've used it multiple times now to clean these brushes and my other brushes. Love it, love it. This is a fantastic little guy, and for $1.55, you kind of can't go wrong with this one. And I think they also have brush cleansers and some other kind of brush care accessories on the site as well. Okay, and speaking also of beauty tools, the Pawpaw Sponge. I used it today, that's why it is dirty. But yeah, the Pawpaw Sponge, the hype is real. This little sponge is fantastic. It is so soft. It feels like an actual marshmallow. It blends your foundation beautifully. It is a damn good little sponge. And again, $1.50. And they also have value packs of it and various types and sizes and shapes now. They've really expanded on the Pawpaw Sponge collection. The hype is absolutely real around this little guy. I highly recommend picking this up and go ahead and getting like the little bundle so you have a nice little stockpile. I'm impressed. I've used this also every day since I got it, and I'm gonna need to buy that big old set of 6 of them. I think they come in like a set of 6 you can get. So yeah, the beauty tools and little kind of accessory items I picked up for brush care have been pretty dang good, and again, very impressed with all of it. So jumping over to makeup, the first thing I want to talk about is the Slim Brow Pencil from AOA Studios. This is $1, and this one is nice micro pencils that I absolutely love. I use these on a very regular basis to fill in the fronts of my brows and pretty much the whole brow these days, because I can just get those nice micro fine hair strokes with it. The shade of this one is really nice. They do have a fairly decent shade range on the brow pencils, and again, they're $1, so you're not breaking the bank if you need to pick up more than one to try out what shade works best for you. This one has a slight bit of warmth in it, but it's not detrimental to me, to the shade. I have very ashy brows that can look almost gray, so I think giving them a little bit of warmth actually is doing me a favor. And yeah, this is a fantastic brow pencil for $1. This is another one of the products I would recommend picking up, and picking up a couple of in bulk almost, just so you have a nice little stockpile and you don't have to worry about spending $5 and up on a brow pencil, especially a micro one. I go through these like once a month at least, so I personally can't go wrong with this little purchase, and will happily repurchase that and the Pawpaw Sponge on repeat. Just put me on like an auto ship of those things. Great little brow pencil, and you can see it took me almost no time to fill my brows in with that pencil, and I think it performed really well. It's not waxy, it's just that right consistency. Very comparable to other brow pencils that I personally have used, and love it. Next thing, let's talk about this AOA Studio Pro Wear Foundation, because my gosh, I was floored at this one. The Pro Wear Foundation from AOA Studios. This is part of the Pawpaw collection as well, and this is $1.55 for 1 fluid ounce, and it's this nice little squeezy bottle. I think the packaging is really cute. You get the little kitty cat on the back because it's from the Pawpaw collection. It's got a nice little pink cap. Girl, this foundation, I wore it I think 14 hours one day, and it wore amazingly. Like, it looked great. It lasted me 14 hours, and not like an easy sit at the computer 14 hours. I'm talking a Target shopping trip 14 hours, groceries, cleaning up around the house, doing stuff, like a busy day with a mask. This foundation performed beautifully. It is a kind of a semi-matte. It's not a flat matte. It's just a really nice natural kind of a semi-matte formula, and it can be built up to be incredibly full coverage, like full coverage. I personally am not like a full coverage or a matte foundation kind of girl, but I do enjoy a nice kind of semi-matte every now and then, and this one looks gorgeous. And I have it on my skin today. There's no setting spray on, but this is just how it looks. And I did get a shade maybe just a hair too light for me, so I would probably go up in shade if I repurchased this one. But at $1.55, I would say go ahead and get a couple of shades and try them out and see which one works best on you. I mean, that price point, you're not going to go wrong picking up a couple of shades and even mixing the shades to get your perfect match. And they do have a fairly decent range of shades. They have them in like a light, medium, deep subcategories on the website that you can go through and pick your shade. And I think it's an okay shade range. And the formula though is really really impressive. There's no smell really or anything. There's no real discernible smell with this product. It is just a great little foundation, and I mean, I cannot believe this is $1.55. I've had high-end foundations not perform as well as this one does. Lasted me 14 hours. I'm just really, really impressed. I think the finish is gorgeous and it looks so natural and light on the skin. It doesn't look heavy or cakey. I tend to, you know, kind of shear my products out so you can still see a little bit of my freckles and stuff through, just because that's my personal preference. But it can be built to a very full coverage if you want it to. It is quite versatile in that respect. And I like that it is not so flat matte finish. It has that kind of a bit of a satin in there, so it doesn't look unnatural on the skin. And I have the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest shade, and I don't run across a shade too light for me very often, and this one might just be almost too light for me. And yeah, this one just performs great. I'm incredibly impressed, and I cannot believe this is $1.55. In the same vein though, I did pick up the concealer, the liquid concealer from the AOA Studio Pawpaw collection in the shade Porcelain. Formula on this one is very much the same as the formula of the foundation. It's kind of the same consistency, where it's just kind of thick, creamy type of product, very emollient. It has incredible coverage. It's very brightening on me because, again, the shade is probably a little too light, but I have the same feelings as I do about this as I do about the foundation. I was really impressed. I think it went on really well. It blended out super like effortlessly. It looks great on the under eye. It doesn't emphasize any texture or cakiness. It doesn't look like I have a ton of product on. My under eyes just look brightened and happy. They're not creasing. Yeah, my skin looks incredibly smooth, and I'm just really impressed. And I'm not wearing a primer or anything today. I literally just have on a little bit of moisturizer. The concealer itself though is really good. It is just a little bit maybe tackier in formula. It doesn't kind of set itself like the foundation does, but again, it's a good little concealer for $1.55. I mean, it's damn good concealer for $1.55. It's up there with any of my other favorites as far as performance goes. At that price point, I wouldn't mind mixing and matching to create my perfect shade, because that price is just insane. $1.55. Especially for the performance of these products. I mean, I wore the concealer for 14 hours as well, and it held up just outstandingly. Like, I was shocked at the end of the day of how well my makeup had held up, considering how busy that day was. So if you guys would like a deep dive into these two products and really, really wear test them and put them through the paces and see all the details on them, let me know. We can do that. Okay, so next we're going to get into a little bit more of an interesting product here. This is the contour stick I picked up from AOA Studio. This is $1, by the way, and I have it in the lightest shade, which is called Nude. This is the Sculpt Effects contour stick. Okay, this contour stick is one of the coolest, lightest, true, almost gray tone taupes I've ever found. Like, I think there's one other from KVD Beauty that is pretty close to this. The color of this one is just a pale girl's dream. Like, if you're absolutely undead, uncooked chicken ghost like myself, this is the perfect contour shade, that true shadowy contour for really, really fair skin. If you're deeper than me, this isn't going to do anything on you. It's just not, but it is just, and if you're definitely going for like a more of a gothy kind of Morticia vibe, this is a great shade to go for. I think it blends out fairly easily with a sponge. The texture is maybe just a hair waxy on it, but it's not bad. It still blends really well. You know, it performs like most contour sticks I've gotten from the drugstore, but what makes it unique is that shade. I have never seen one in that shade at the drugstore, especially for $1. I specifically sought out shades like this and paid prestige prices for them because they're more of a specialty type of shade, right? The downside of this one, it smells like a Crayola factory exploded. It smells like a straight up old school like Rose Art Crayola crayon. That is the only downside, and if you're kind of getting around your nose, it's very unpleasant. It is very strong. It just the smell is so bad, so bad. I mean, if you don't like, especially don't like crayon smells, you're not going to want this product, because it's an overwhelming crayon smell. It's such a shame because it's such a nice contour stick. They do have it in a few of the shades as well. It's not just in shade Ghost. But yeah, the downside is just the smell. The smell is so overbearing with this product, and it angers me because it's such a good little contour. And you get a decent amount of product. I mean, and for $1, it's a twist up. It performs just as well as any other contour stick I've used, and it ticks all the boxes until the smell. Like, it is overwhelming. When you take the cap off, you smell it. And yeah, I'm going to keep it real with you about that. That was the downside to this product. We're gonna go through, honestly, like what's good and what's not. I'm gonna let you know what I enjoyed and what I didn't. And sadly, the smell of this one is just kind of makes it really hard to use, but I do think the product itself performs well. So there's that. That's gonna be at your own risk. How willing are you to smell crayons while you contour your face? Alright, and the next thing I picked up was a blush highlighter duo from a brand called Amuse Cosmetics. This also retails for $1, and it's a nice little compact here, and nothing special. This is the shade number 3, but this is just a really nice little blush highlight duo. I liked the color of it because I thought it was really unique looking on the website. It's a little powdery in texture and very, very pigmented, so light hand. I don't know if that applies across the board, but definitely with this shade it is pretty pigmented. And I think it's just a really interesting kind of blush and bronzer type of vibe. A very sculpting blush, and that's what drew me into it. And I really like this tone. I think it's a beautiful shade. The blush side, I'm really happy with. Like you see, I used it as a transition and is more of a sculpty, almost bronzer type of vibe. It's kind of like, I've seen that a lot on the market lately with these blush bronzer hybrids, and this really does kind of fit that ticket, and you can kind of dip a little bit into the highlight and get a little bit of glow from it. Now for me, the highlight is way too dark, so I use it as an eyeshadow, and oddly it looks beautiful on my eyes. To me, I think it gives a nice, really pretty wet shine to the lids, but just on my face it casts kind of a dark shadow, so it doesn't really work for me. It's a little taupey. So it's a bit of an odd undertone within that shade. Like, it has a taupeness to it, and on camera it looks much warmer than it does in person. It's a bit of an odd shade, but it makes a beautiful eyeshadow. So I think this is quite a little versatile product for $1. Very versatile, in fact, for $1, because I can use it on my eyes and my cheeks, and I think it performs really well, and I like it quite a bit. I'm happy with that. I really do love this blush tone. It's a little bit unique. Like, I don't think I have a shade in my collection like this at all. And so yeah, this is a good one. I enjoyed it. Quite using this one quite a bit, and formula's fine, performs well. Just a good little blush and kind of eyeshadow duo. And next thing is this really cool eyeliner. This is from AOA Studio. This is a Buttercream gel liner in shadow. So you can use these as a shadow base or as a gel liner. And girl, let me just tell you this first off, they're budge proof. This is so long wearing. I have these wings on today, these red wings, and I wore these the same day I was wearing all the other products and ended up having like that 14-hour day. The wings were perfect. Like, they didn't budge. It doesn't irritate my eyes. Sometimes red eyeliners can kind of irritate my eyes. No issues at all, so I was pretty happy with that. This is the shade Red Velvet, by the way. They have like some little collections of their gel liners and kind of a shade groupings, and the shades are incredibly unique. And I saw a red one and I jumped all over that because I love red eyeliner. Anyway, there's some really, really like cool shades in there that I definitely want to pick up. I will say the formula is a little bit drier. It actually says on the website that you could put these in the microwave for a couple seconds to soften them up. I would say maybe just use like some Duraline. I found it pretty easy to use, and the fact that it is so long wearing is really impressive to me. In the shade, I think this red liner looks really cool. I kind of smoked it out, made it a little bit softer, but you can get some really nice opacity out of this and some depth, and it looks awesome. Like, it really is cool, and it makes a great eyeshadow base as well. It's not going to crease, it's not going to go anywhere. I think it looks like it has more of a pink undertone in the pot, but when it goes in the eye, it actually has a little bit more warmth in there, which makes me really happy. It's a true red. So I'm definitely going to be picking up some more shades of this. I was really impressed with this, especially for $1. You kind of cannot beat that. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call it buttercream because it's a little stiff. If you're looking for some fun eyeliner colors and they're shades you're not going to wear every day, $1 is kind of the way to go, especially with these that are pretty easy to use and long wearing. Nice, decent formula. These are great. Another little liner pencil I picked up that I didn't demo here is the Salavee pencil eyeliner in the shade Khaki. This is a bit of an odd shade. Online I was thinking it was going to be much more of a terracotta, deeper tone, like looking at the end of it. But it's actually just kind of a really weird fleshy shade, as you see here. So it doesn't really do anything on the eyes for me, and it's a little bit too pale for a lip liner. Like, looking at it online, I thought it was going to be a richer terracotta type of liner. So yeah, I just wish it was just a little richer to where it would be a bit of a pop in the lower lash line, a little bit more of a terracotta. But you win some, you lose some. Okay, next thing I want to talk about are these little cream eyeshadows. These are called their Velour eyeshadows. Now, you'll see me demoing this as a blush because I found these make absolutely amazing cream blushes. These are $1 a piece from AOA Studio. I got 3 shades. I've got the shade Bonita, Groove, and Secret. And today I use the shade Secret as my blush. And it's just a nice warm terracotta flush, and I thought it was really, really pretty. This was kind of what I was picturing that pencil to be the shade of. These perform really, really good as blushes, and I also picked up the shade Bonita, which is a really, really fun kind of mustard shade, because I was thinking this would be like one and done type of eyeshadow formula type of thing where I could, you know, eyes, cheeks, all of it, have this nice monochromatic look, right? So I got this like mustard shade because I thought that'd be really cool. Oddly, this does look cool in the cheeks as well. There's something to yellow blush. Experiment, try it, you'll like it. Well, you might not, but I think it can look really cool and kind of editorial doing like a yellow kind of mustardy blush. There's something to that to me. I've been doing that lately. These are intended to be eyeshadows, and when I tried to use them as eyeshadows, and I did this more than once, I gave them a few tries here. I've been testing these products for a couple of weeks now. Like, I'm not going in blind here. But what I found when I used these on my eyes is that they immediately creased, and by the time I had finished the rest of my makeup, they had disappeared off my eyes completely. Like, they just don't stick around the eyes. They do not perform well as eyeshadow whatsoever. But they make fantastic cream blushes. They might as well just recategorize these as cream blushes because they just don't fully set down. They set down enough to where they're like a powdery finish on the cheek, but on the eye, just something about kind of, because you need to build them up just a little bit, they don't fully set and they stay a little bit emollient, and it's about like using a cream blush on your eyes. It is going to crease a little bit. And one little thing I do want to mention about them is that there were some inconsistencies within the formula. Like some were way, way creamier than the others, where one was a little bit more stiff and easier to work with. One of them was very almost liquidy and just a little bit too creamy to where it was kind of like, I don't know about that. Like, you can kind of feel oils coming through in the product. So I don't know if something went wrong with that particular batch. One of them was kind of the in-between. But that being said, they're $1 and they do make really nice cream blushes, and I'm going to use them as cream blushes. But if you're going in looking at these for your eyes, I would not recommend them as for eyeshadows whatsoever. Just don't even bother. But if you're going in looking at them as a cheek product, as they perform well for cheek products, but with the kind of formula inconsistency is a little weird, so that would be kind of something at your own risk. Next thing is the AOA Studio Halo Highlighter. This is a kind of a baked highlighter formula. As you can see here, it's got the nice swirlies in it. This is a shockingly beautiful product. This is in the shade Allure. They have this in a few shades. Shockingly beautiful on the skin. There's no glitter. It is truly like almost a satiny, just natural highlight type of tone. Like, this reminds me like an hourglassy type of product. Like if you took an ambient lighting powder and kind of amped it up a little bit. This is more like one of those, a more glowy product that you could lightly dust all over the face, or you can build up on the cheeks and get a little bit more of a shine from it. And I think it just performed really well. There's no glitter particles. It looks so smooth on the skin. There's no texture emphasizing from it. I was really, again, something else I was really impressed with. This is a beautiful little product. Is it the most blinding highlight? No. This is one of those nice, subtle, everyday highlights that you can just put on and just have this lovely glow that doesn't give you texture or look like a ton of product on your face. It's very graceful. I think it would look beautiful on mature skin. I was very impressed with this. And yeah, I think this is another one of those like winning products from Shop Miss A that I would recommend. I think this is a lovely little highlighter, especially if you don't want something over the top and just a little more subtle, very light reflective, graceful, but not glittery or strong. A good, soft, everyday highlight. This is definitely a good one to look at. All right, and next, let's talk about some lashes. I picked up this 8-pack of the Alexis Lashes in black for the whole pack, and what I've been doing is, because these are quite large, larger than I was anticipating on my little shrimp eyes, I trim them down and use about 1/4 of the lash on my outer corners, as you see. And at that price point, I don't feel as guilty about cutting them up, and then I have, of course, the larger portion of the lash I can still use as well. But yeah, these remind me a lot of my favorite drugstore lash already. I buy all the time. It's that same kind of wispy style, just a little bit longer, a little bit fuller. Like they're big old lashes, and I have to trim off a lot anyways if I wanted it to fit my eye to begin with, but I prefer doing like kind of 1/4 to half lash type of style on myself. And these are beautiful ones to do it with. Like they give you some drama without being too over the top. But if you want some nice bold lashes for a really good price point, Shop Miss A has tons of lashes and they're good products. So this is another of those things that I would definitely recommend checking out for Shop Miss A is lashes, because they're very affordable and they're nice lashes. They perform really well. They went on the eye super easy. Just good lashes. Very much comparable to my drugstore lashes that I love. So this is another thing that I would have on my repurchase list, would be lashes. And they have tons and tons and tons of styles too. I also picked up some individual lashes. As you can see, I have been using and testing. They're just individual lashes. They're fine, and I think this little pack was $1. I definitely like that price point for individual lashes because I'm someone who cannot reuse individuals. I tear them up, I make a mess with them. Half the time I mess them up when I'm putting them on. So I don't want to spend a whole lot on individual lashes, and especially if you want to practice with doing individual lashes, because I think that's an art unto itself. To me, they're just as tricky, if not trickier. They have little packs for $1. These are the Flare Medium Black, and I think they do great. They're nice little individual lashes, very much like what you would find from any other brand, and $1 for a pack of them, which at Walgreens from any other brand would run you like $5. Great source for lashes. And last makeup item is the AOA Studio Velvet Lips, which is what I have on my lips right now. This is a super long wearing velvety finish liquid lipstick. I have it in the shade Harper, which is this nice warm fun red, and what I like about it is that you can put it on and get full opacity, or what you can do is take a little Kleenex or something and kind of dab it down and have this beautiful stain that wears so long, like where it lasts through meals, wears under a mask. It is incredibly long wearing. But yeah, this is also from the Pawpaw collection here, so it is $1.55, and so the proceeds go to a charity. The staying power of this lipstick is impressive, especially if you kind of pat it down with like a tissue or something and kind of dab it down. You get this really nice stain from it, and the color is really pretty. It wears so long. The only caveat I have with this is that it is not transfer proof. It will smear. So if you are wearing a mask or something, and it'll kind of smear it around your face a bit. Wears a super long time otherwise. It just isn't the most transfer proof product, but I think if you do a light layer of it and then kind of pat it down with a Kleenex or something, you're going to get a lot more longevity out of this product. And I think the shades that this come in were really pretty, and just something about this warm red pulled me in, sucked me in, so I had to get it. It's a really nice kind of true velvet finish on the lips. For $1.55, I think it's a fantastic little lippy. Very comfortable, very lightweight on lips. Kind of a powdery finish, but not uncomfortable. Good stuff. So I'm a fan of this. So this would be another thing that I would say is a great little product from Shop Miss A. Now let's talk about a few little random things I picked up from Shop Miss A. First thing I'm going to talk about are these little velvet reusable cotton pads. This is from the Reuse edition stuff, which all of it kind of goes up to like it's kind of rounded up to like a 33-cent at the end. So these were $1.33, and you get 2 velvet cotton pads in here, and these are very much like a makeup eraser type of, velour feeling microfiber. They look like this. Yeah, they're kind of small. You could use it to apply toner if you wanted to, but I think these are great for removing makeup. Like I use them with my makeup remover product. Like I normally use like a makeup removing balm, and then I'll take this with some warm water and kind of get around and get all my makeup off, and it does a great job at that. These are great little makeup removers. You can throw it in the washing machine. They wash up just fine. You can get a pack of these. I want to say there's 10 of them, and it comes with a little laundry bag as well that you can just throw into the wash. So yeah, these are fantastic little purchase from Shop Miss A. I mean, for $1.33, I've been on the hunt for some reusable cotton pad type products. And this one, it's 2 layers, soft touch, machine washable, bamboo cotton fiber. It's so soft. It really is very soft. I've been enjoying it. I think you could use it with your toners as well, or essences on the face. You don't have to just use it to wash your face. But I think these are great little makeup removers, and I enjoy it. It's very much like a makeup eraser. I use it in conjunction, obviously, with my normal cleansing routine. I think I'm going to pick up the larger set with the laundry bag, because that just sounds like something I need and would be handy to have. This is another one of those little things that I think you could find on Shop Miss A that's like, oh, I've been needing one of those. There was a lot of, oh, I've been needing that moments while I was shopping on Shop Miss A, like this and these. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is some little nail brushes. I can't find these at the store nowhere. I have looked and looked and looked. And for $1, I got a pack of 2 from Shop Miss A, and it's just to clean out underneath my acrylics while I wash my hands, because you know how you get makeup under there, or if you eat something with mustard, you get mustard under there and it stains. Or barbecue sauce, anytime you know how it is if you got acrylics, the constant struggle to keep underneath them clean. And I'm a little bit obsessive about that. So I needed some nail brushes real bad. And they have a little pack of 2 of these for $1, so I picked them up. So yeah, this is just one of the like random things I picked up that's not the most exciting. Oddly, the first thing I added to my cart because like, oh, nail brushes. Looking around the website, I was looking at the jewelry section, and they have some little sets of chains. And I mean, they're not the most luxury quality, but they're just some nice little costume jewelry chains. And I don't have any silver chains, and I saw this cute little set of silver ones. These again are $1. This is from the Minted, and they're just some really nice silver, you know, some nice little silver chains. They are okay quality, you know. They were $1. Some of the loops were open on this larger one, so I just squeezed them shut with some tweezers. But other than that, I've worn them a couple times. They've done great. They have a lot of cute little necklaces and earrings on the site as well. And they didn't make me itch or anything. I didn't have any reactions with my skin, and I'm allergic to a lot of metals and have reactions to jewelry pretty frequently. And these didn't bother me, so there's that. And I think they're nice. I mean, they're not gonna last you, you know, a lifetime here. They're gonna last you maybe a year. Yeah, they're cute. Just cute little necklaces, and now I'm wanting some silver chains. And last thing I got is a final sticker of this fat little bumblebee who is just precious. This was $1 as well. But yeah, this is a little cute vinyl sticker here of a bumblebee. Look at his little fat happy face. He is so precious, and I had to have him. I love bees, and he's gonna go on my notebook after this video. So yeah, that is everything I picked up from Shop Miss A on my little $50 shopping spree here. So this is $50 worth of stuff, and we got basically a full face. I think the only thing I was missing was a powder and like a primer. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. So I think there are some core products you could pick up from Shop Miss A, like the brow pencils, cotton pads, brush cleaning pad, little stickers, nail brushes, the foundation and concealer. There's some great stuff on here that is surprisingly good. Like I was shocked. I did not have high hopes or expectations. They have a lot of stuff, and they're always adding new things. Like every time I look at the site, there's something new on there. I'm like, dang it, I want that now. They have some really cute stuff, and oh, they've got underwear now. They have got cleansing balms. Heck yeah! All right. Sweet, they've got a cleansing balm now, so I definitely want to check that out. You know, they got jewelry, they got hair clips, they got earrings, they got scrunchies. I think they have slippers, they have hand mirrors, sunglasses. Like, I'm just looking at the new arrival section. There is so much stuff. They got scarves, bracelets, face masks. Yeah, I can't, wow, they have like a lot of underwear now. That's cool. And I think they have pads and tampons too. Like, they have a lot of kind of self-care stuff. They have bath bombs. They have a lot on here, like a lot. They have little nail art beads, socks. Okay, I'm gonna have to do another Shop Miss A order. I'm definitely gonna have to, because there's a lot of cool stuff that I'm seeing that I need now. This is all the stuff and my honest opinions on it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, good, the bad, whatever, regardless if I'm working with the brand or, you know, they gifted me product. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about a product. And I was just pleasantly surprised with a lot of this stuff. Oh, and Shop Miss A did give me an affiliate link, which will be down below if you do want to buy some items from them. I would make a small commission, you know, and that kind of keeps this keeps the madness alive around here when you guys use my affiliate links. So there's that. And yeah, that is all for today. And let me know in the comments if you do want to deep dive into this foundation and concealer in a full day wear test where I can really show you how well it performs. I'm probably gonna do it anyway. Who we kidding? So big thank you to Miss A for partnering with me on this little video and gifting me these items to play with and hosting the giveaway with me for you guys, because I love being able to do giveaways and stuff like that and kind of give back, because without you guys, this wouldn't exist. That's all for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.